Hey peeps, welcome back. We're talking the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 14, episode 7. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. All right, you guys, before we get into this episode, I just have a question. Are you enjoying this season? I like it so far. I think it's missing a little something, not quite sure what yet. I think so far this whole season has been carried by Dorit and Kyle, their back and forth argument. I really need the rest of the ladies to kick in and give us a little more. Erica's giving us her home decor, but I could get that from Dolores, Anyway, let's get into the episode. It picks up where it left off with Kyle and Dorit still arguing back and forth. Dorit is losing her shit here at the Viper room. I'm going to say this. Even though I believe that Kyle is lying, even though I believe that Kyle is definitely in the wrong, she has no business whatsoever texting PK, especially if your friendship is with Dorit. Even if you and Dorit are in the middle of an argument, Dorit was your friend. She should come first, not your friendship with PK. PK has Mo. Let him do all of his talking and texting and meme sending to Mo's ass. Okay, so I don't agree with Kyle in any way. I do think she's absolutely 1000% lying about her friendship with PK and her text messages. However, Dorit popping up, screaming and yelling and getting in this woman's face, I'm going to tell you, be careful with that, because depending on whose face you're popping up in or where you come from, that could get you drugged the hell out of the Viper room by your hair. That would not have went over well with me. Dorit would have got popped for sure. As I've said many times before, I truly do not condone violence, especially now that I am an adult. But where I come from, if you jump up in my space like this means that you want to come for me. You want a reaction, and Dorit would have got one. That's all I'm saying. Can I also just say that Kyle looks amazing in her confessionals? This woman is beautiful in her confessional shots. When they did a little flashback of her arguing with Camille, I didn't recognize that Kyle. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, Dorit and Garcelle. Now, this upset me a tiny bit because last week's episode, Garcelle asked Dorit about PK and Dorit responded. Now here we are in this episode, and I truly don't think that Garcelle meant anything wrong. I think that Garcelle was trying to smooth over the situation, have calmer heads prevail, and just try to move away from the Kyle and Dorit and the PK screaming and fussing and almost headbutting situation, and just ask her nicely, how are things with you? I don't think it was the right messenger at the time, but I don't think that Garcelle meant it in a negative way. I do think that she did want to know the response. I think that she did want to hear how, Dorit was doing. I don't blame Dorit 100% for being skeptical either. Their relationship is not the best. Things have gotten worse. I do think that Dorit has a right to be a little skeptical, but I think that she was out of line here. You just spoke to her about PK earlier. Don't take your anger out on her in this moment. That's all I'm saying. Get down in the comments, you guys. What did you think about that? So when Dorit walks outside to cool down, to leave, and she's talking to Erica, you could see that both Kyle and Sutton were not happy with Bose because they believe that Bose is 1000% Team Dorit and that she's not seeing things their way. And the problem is they believe that it's because Dorit has talked her ear off and convinced her not to see things their way. But that's not the truth. Bose may be new to the group, but she has been at all the events when you guys blow the hell up at each other. She has seen and heard the way that you all behave. So this is how she is forming her opinions. You can't blame her for siding with Dorit right now when she sees the way that both of them are responding. And the rest of the ladies agreed they would not be okay with any of the girls who are supposed to be their friend texting their exes. It's absolutely against girl code. There's no way that one of my best friends is getting a divorce and I'm texting her husband. What for? She's my friend, not him. I became friends with him by way of her. So why the hell would I be bothered with this dude? Why risk my friendship? Not gonna do it. And I agree with Jennifer and Bose. So you expect her to believe that you and PK are only sending each other's memes after the way that you have behaved? You just blew the hell up, and it can't be over just some memes. So later, when Kyle stops by Sutton's place, Sutton does make a statement in her confessionals when she says that prior to this season, Dorit has always cowered behind Kyle and has always stood by Kyle. But now things have changed and she is not going to accept the bullshit anymore. She's not going to allow Kyle to walk all over her. She is standing up for herself. I believe that every man or woman has every right to stand up for themselves. You don't need to dim your light for anybody. If anyone is being rude or disrespectful to you, you have the right to say, hell no, it's not going down.
You better respect me, boy.
I'm just saying, I got that from True Blood. Anyway, moving on. Garcelle shows up in her cute little tennis outfit. I said, this outfit is adorable. I love it. Then she makes up some sort of lie that she can't play tennis because she hurt her arm. But the truth is, she just wanted to wear her cute outfit and have cocktails. Now, see, Garcelle is me. Only difference is I would have told her before I got there, I'm not playing tennis with you. I'm showing up because I got this cute outfit on. And I know that your house has cocktails. And when they get to lunch, and Kyle talks about the first thing she did was reach out to Mo. You know what? Kyle probably called Mo, and the first thing she said was, oh my God, Dorit really went after me at the Viper Room. I thought she was going to choke me out. She doesn't want me talking to PK anymore. I'm not allowed to talk to PK anymore. Oh my gosh, she's unhinged. I mean, she probably acted as if she was just so devastated and she was violated and ganged up on. All the rest of the girls were Team Dorit. She probably put it on big, telling him that they're not allowed to be friends anymore. And of course, Mauricio thinks that's ridiculous.
But you also had infidelity. Let's not forget that part.
What part?
Infidelity.
Who did?
You did.
No, I didn't.
With Mo.
When?
You've talked about him.
Are you talking about Instagram?
No.
Sutton and the whole Mauricio is cheating thing, listen, everybody's been thinking it. Everybody has been saying it. It's been in the streets, in the tabloids, all over the place. That is one reason her and Lisa Vanderpump fell out one time over all of these rumors. And I believe that Sutton may have dropped that without thinking. You can look at Garcelle and tell Garcelle was thinking, what Sam hell is going on right now? She knows this is something that we don't talk about. In the after show, Garcelle said that if she could have an eject button that would have ejected her back to her house right at that moment, she would have pushed the button. Listen, what I think is Kyle has told Sutton something, and it has nothing to do with Instagram, direct messages, none of that bullshit. Even in her confessionals, when they said, is this about the Instagram? She said, no. It's not about that. I don't have any proof at all, but I believe that Mauricio has cheated on Kyle more than once. I believe that now that they are separated, she was in a full-fledged relationship with that Morgan lady, and that Mauricio has been in at least 3 full-fledged relationships with other women. I think that Mauricio is ready to move the hell on. He's just not ready to separate his assets. That's just my opinion. One of the other reasons that I don't think that Kyle is such an iconic housewife is because Kyle is always digging, and ready to put everybody else's business right down front, right out for everybody to see. She is fine using other people's pain as her storyline, just putting all this shit out there. But when it comes to her being open and honest and putting all of her shit out to be bared, she will not do it. No, ma'am. I do not love that about Kyle. I think that Kyle is lying her ass off about her relationship with PK. Do I think that her relationship with PK is romantic? No. But do I think that her and PK are sharing all types of text messages regarding Dorit and PK's relationship? Absolutely. Erica and Dorit meet up with Erica's designer, Martin Lawrence Bazaar. This guy is the king of decor. Anyway, I don't give a shit. I've said this before. I do not have any sympathy for Erica. And I also want to know, how much redecorating are you doing in this rental property? I wouldn't be upgrading somebody else's shit. I'm just saying. We find out that Tom's second wife pulled up an 18-wheeler and cleaned that damn house out. The same house that Erica was living in with Tom. She took everything down to the last roll of toilet paper. Erica says that she wished that she would have done that. No, you don't. Tom's second wife was able to run up in there and take all the shit because Tom wasn't under indictment or investigation. If you would have came up with an 18-wheeler and tried to take all that shit, you would have went to jail because Tom was under federal indictment and investigation, and allegedly all of those items were bought with stolen money. Girl, not only that, where the hell would you put all that shit? You would have had to have 52 storage rentals. Girl, if you don't go on some damn where. Now, when Dorit tells Erica that Bose mentioned to her that Sutton made the comment that she believes that Dorit and her are really close, and Dorit may have been saying something about her to change Bose's opinion of her, Dorit said what I always say about these housewives: this is an elementary school problem. These are grown-ass women, and you should be able to be friends with who you want to be friends with, independent of the other women. This makes no sense. Nobody has time for this bullshit. Dorit also brings it up. She says, why is Kyle so secretive? Why was she so secretive, and why was she so aggressive last night? It's because she's lying. And then she mentioned something about the text messages. Erica says, would you like to see the messages? Absolutely not. I wouldn't trust any messages off of Kyle's phone. She has had plenty of time to go through and delete messages. If Kyle even thought for 1 second that Dorit was texting Maurizio, Kyle would absolutely lose it on Dorit. Then we see that Bose is having her fibroids removed. She says that at 47 in her relationship with Keely, she's really considering having another child. And it is extremely challenging to have a child after 40. So I am wishing her the best of luck. She is hoping that after this surgery that she'll be able to conceive. I think that she should at least try to get some egg retrieval or something. Maybe she can do the surrogate route. Not really sure, but wishing her and Keely the very best. One thing I did notice that before surgery, she didn't have any makeup on. Bose has really good skin. I thought that her skin was beautiful. Now, Kyle shows up to Bose's place 5 hours after she gets home from having her surgery. Both her and Dorit sent flowers, and the flowers just happen to be sitting next to each other in Bose's room. And Kyle wants to be sure that everyone knows that her flowers are more beautiful. I thought that they were both beautiful, and they did not come from Flowerama. Them was an expensive, nice flowers. I loved them. Now, did anybody notice that Kyle told Bose that she wouldn't text PK if she knew that Dorit would be upset? She wouldn't like it if somebody was texting her husband. I said, no, you can't mean that. Not the way you showed out, the way you behaved. If you know good and damn well that you wouldn't want anybody texting Mauricio, then why the problem? Why not just say, hey, Dorit, yeah, we have been texting. I apologize about that. I will stop texting him because you are absolutely right. I have no business texting your husband. She could have said anything. Just say I'm sorry and move on from this and be honest about it. Yes, we've had a couple of conversations about y'all's relationship. Stop telling all these damn lies. And then trying to bring up the rumors of Mo and Dorit. Really?
There's a whole rumor started because they're like, Dorit is way too touchy-feely with Mo. And there was a whole rumor about how Dorit has a thing for Mo, and it was all over the internet. She had to go and defend it and this and that. So don't even get me frickin' started about sending stupid memes.
Yikes.
Okay?
Tit for tat.
Ooh, they say a hit dog gon' holler. Kyle is hollering.
First of all, these rumors have been circulating for years, and for years you have been saying that there's no truth to it. And now all of a sudden when it benefits you, you want to bring these rumors up, and you just so happen to have a picture of that hug on your phone. And not only that, you're going to show that picture to Bose with no context whatsoever. You didn't tell her that that was right after Dorit's alleged home invasion. Kyle, I'm on to you. Not only that, why the hell are you over at Bo's house now? You have not made it your business to get to see Bose, to get to know Bose. Now, all of a sudden, she is laid up in the bed, a captive damn audience, and you are over at her house with these gorgeous flowers, not from Flowerama, and this picture on your damn phone, trying to convince her to come on to Team Kyle. No, ma'am. I am Team Bose. She was absolutely right. A hit dog will holler. I'm just saying, go on some damn where from here, girl. You are childish as hell. Get out of this woman's house. Bose was absolutely right too when she said that she thinks the reason that they're having such problems is that they have totally different friendships. Dorit is thinking that their friendship is a lot closer than it is. And Kyle is acting as if her and Dorit don't really have a friendship. She mentioned that on her Amazon Live. And that's why Dorit was mad in the first place. When she said, Dorit and I aren't as close as everyone thinks we are. We only went on one family vacation together. That devastated Dorit because Dorit thought that she was your best friend. And then you tried to lie and say that friends share information and Dorit didn't share any information with you. Production is on your ass this season. I don't know who the hell it is over at the editor's office that you pissed off, but they said, no, we're going to pull up all the receipts. Here we go with a flashback of Dorit sharing information with you. And Bose didn't believe it. She said that woman shared everything with me when I first met her. I didn't know her for 20 minutes and she had shared all this information. So there is no way that I'm believing what Kyle is selling. Kyle is trying to manipulate and gaslight Bose, and Bose said, I'm too bright for that. Get the fuck on. Team Bose. So then they go over to Sutton's house. And is it just me or is Sutton's dog collection growing every year? I mean, didn't she start off with a dog and maybe a cat? Now she's got like 3 or 4 dogs over at the house. Is it because the kids have left the nest and now she needs a whole lot of pets and Ari or Avi? I don't know, but he's entertaining. Anyway, it turns out that Kyle and Garcelle show up. Erica, I guess she just been going around town telling everybody that she didn't get a pizza party. I said, you know what, Erica? You didn't get a pizza party because people were angry. You know, you and your husband were living off the backs of victims. And you made it about yourself the whole time. You know, Kyle and Dorit are going through a divorce, but, you know, they're not under suspicion that they have robbed people. You were rude and nasty and all over the tabloids. Nobody wanted to give you a pizza party. I mean, shut up. When they showed up at Erica's house, the camera showed her seeing them pick a lemon off her tree. Then when they got there, she pretended to be surprised. Why are we pretended to be surprised? First of all, the camera crew is at your house recording. Second of all, you didn't know where you were going, but you knew that they were coming and they were picking you up. I don't like fake surprise. I don't. Anyway, I thought it was adorable. They ended up having a nice little party at the Chuck E. Cheese. I also remember my son liked Chuck E. Cheese when he was little. Back when they had the animatronics. That pizza was gross, but you know, I'm sure it's upgraded. Anyway, Erica was excited. She was excited. They even wore the hats. They played games. I loved it. I had a good time watching it.
Okay.
Do whatever the you want to do. Be whoever you want to be. Yeah. If you want to be a lesbian, be a lesbian.
Garcelle asks the questions that sometimes I secretly want to ask, but I ain't doing.
I agree with Garcelle's comments. Mauricio loves a little condo living. And it's time for Kyle to decide exactly what it is that she wants to do because he already knows what he wants to do. And if you a lesbian, just be a lesbian. I think that every person should be able to do whatever the hell it is they want to do. They should be able to love whoever they want to love, go wherever the hell they want to go. Do it. You only live once. Mauricio is out here living his best life. She should be too. Be happy. Life is too short.
I know you have a lot of friends, but I am also one, and here if you need me. I've never repeated anything you've shared with me and never would.
Wait a minute. This is not just about memes and jokes. This is serious talk.
So they have shared things about Dorit or relationship or whatever that no one else knows about. All this time, Kyle is really defending that it's just memes, so it's not all true.
We'll keep sending memes and won't forget laughing emojis.
Now these text messages, girl, please. There is definitely something else going on. That's not just we share memes. We are sharing information about this relationship, pure and simple. I zoomed in on that text message and it did say, I know you have a lot of friends, but I'm also one and here if you need me. I've never repeated anything you have shared with me and never would, meaning you can trust me always. We'll keep sending memes and won't forget laughing emojis. So to me, that proves that you and him talk quite a bit. And you're absolutely sharing more than just memes. Not only that, Dorit asked you to stop texting her husband. You just said in this message that you will keep sending memes and won't forget the laughing emojis. So clearly, Kyle is full of shit and she's up to no good. Girl, bye. And what I don't like is that the girls are sitting there and nobody checked her. Now, I don't know what happens next week's episode, but not one of them said, wait a minute, hold up. That's not just a meme conversation. You guys are trusting each other and having some sort of other conversation. They all looked like, but nobody called her out on it. Nah, I'm not here for that. I'm sorry, I would have had to say something. And not only that, at the beginning of the season, it looks like Erica was doing everything she could to stay impartial. But now that the season is progressing, doesn't it seem like Erica is falling back towards Dorit's side? What do you guys think? It seems like Erica's moving to Team Dorit. Garcelle shows up over at Bose's house. She brings some Jamaican food. She says she couldn't find a Haitian restaurant. And she says she hates to take her shoes off at the door because she likes the people to see her shoes and her outfit. That is hilarious. Bose informs us that she had 10 fibroids removed. And then Garcelle moves in to tell her about the text messages. I think Garcelle wanted to get over to Bose's house quickly so she could tell her about those text messages in the hopes that Bose would carry the message to Dorit. And I don't think that that should be that. I agreed with Bose when she said, you're going to tell her. If you want her to know, you tell her. Why should Bose have to do it? Not only that, Bose was right. None of this makes sense. Kyle is a liar and she's a manipulator trying to fool people, but Bose saw through it. I absolutely enjoyed seeing Bose spend a little bit of time with Garcelle, but I think Garcelle was being a little sneaky, trying to get Bose to do the dirty work. I don't know, you guys. What did you think? Did you think that Garcelle was trying to get Bose to do the dirty work? I thought so. I don't know. I thought this was a pretty good episode. You guys get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.